Hello, hello. This one has crashed twice already, even before I started this one. So hopefully this is going to go live and actually work. Just bear with me a second, mate. Make sure everything is alright in my audio. Yep, all is well and good. So, trying to crash through all of these Pro Am3 races. You lucky, lucky people. Or not. And hopefully this won't crash in the middle of it. So, waiting for it to load up, and then we'll carry on with Autopolis. Reverse grid from the last race. Go through the grid as we normally do, crack on with the race, and then I'll be up to date apart from what the races that happened yesterday. Hope everyone's well. Thank you for tuning in. Say hello whoever's tuned in, so I know who's watching. Be interesting. Talk amongst yourselves and just enjoy the music for a moment while we get ready for race 10. Here we go. It's loaded once and it's going to load twice. Waiting, waiting, waiting. So this would be the last race before the game had its infamous update. So it'd be interesting to see after this race how the cars in this league changed in any sort of way, because now we've got a feel for who's where. So, right, here we go. So here we go, let's crack on with race 10 in reverse order. Only 10 runners and riders again today. Go back up to our pole sitter now, who's going to be Evil Cat here in first place in his Mazda. We have DJ in second place in his Porsche. Tired Flea in a Megane in third. Stewie Mac in his Audi. I'm surprised about that. I thought the Dodge might have been better at this one rather than the Audi, but hey ho. In fourth, Crazy in his Subaru here in fifth. Quinn in in the green battering machine that is the Jag. Tim back here in seventh. Could have done better, more work on your livery though, mate. Is in seventh. Mark is also in a Subaru, but oh, he has got some livery. It's just not on the. It's not on the back. It's on the sides. Mark here in eighth. Grim in ninth in a Honda. And a Honda, I've heard, has been hammered in the update. So we'll find out next race how bad that it's affected the Honda. If it's as bad as it's done to the Alpha. And here's a GTR of the race winner from last race, Peter Mister. So we go up to turn one. Turn 1 at Autopolis is hideous. One, you can't quite see it until it's too late. The apex for it is hidden just in a tiny little dip. So if you brake when you see the apex, you're going to be braking too late. And it's just a run up here for a nasty right-hand turn. So we'll start here with, and I have no idea what happens. Starting the race now. Where's the lights? Can I see lights anywhere? Would have thought they'd been on that big Lexus Experience above it, but no. They're over there on the left. And we're off. Oh, massive wheel spin there from DJ's just bogged down completely. In the meantime, Crazy's got a fantastic start here. He's gone up from 5th to 2nd already. He's going to outbrake Evil Cat into turn 1. Oh, he just manages it, and they've all managed to just about stay on as well. That's great driving there from the Pro Am3 boys, like a swarm of angry bees coming down the back straight. Crazy's in first, and this is always another sticking point, this corner here, but they're all through again. Field of 10 getting through. Tired Flea's pushing up the inside of Evil Cat. Getting through nice. Oh, Evil Cat's got it wrong. He's bundled. Tired fleet off. Oh dear. No, they're facing the wrong way. Oh, that was unfortunate. I think the McGann just gets in front there of Tired Fleet, of Evil Cat, and just gives him a good bash up the arse. Unfortunately spins Tired Fleet around. That was unfortunate stuff there. Crazy then is now out in front in his Subaru on Racing Sauce, coming up to this really tight off-camber hairpin. Nice tidy line there by Crazy though, coming down the hill. He's got a Mark, he's got all the way up to second place. Mark's had a barnstorming start to this race. From 7th he's got up to 2nd. Maybe I must have drifted wide. I just want to quickly see how he's got up so many places. We'll come back to the end of where we are now. So we're 1:30 into the race. So go back to the start. How did Mark get such a good... Here we go. So he's 8th on the grid and he gets up to 2nd, so he gets 6 places. I know the Subaru is quick, but my word, look at that start. Mark's flown through the field. He's up to 3rd place by turn 1 from 8th. He's gained five spots in one. Wow, what a start there for Mark. So he's gained 7 places by turn 2. So go back to where we were, which is just about here. Sorry for the flicking. So Mark's on a charge now. Great driving there by the Subaru driver. Just make sure everyone gets around. Tim's got through, Pete's got through as well. So the guys at the back of the grid have already... Oh, that's Quinn. Oh yeah, Pete's already up there. Already got through the field. So all of the fast drivers have got through the midfield runners quite quickly. Stewie Mack in the Audi, sure he's going to get a run deal. DJ in the Porsche. Coming down the main straight now. Going to turn 1. Is anyone going to come off? Oh yes, it's the race winner from the last race. The championship leader as well. I believe he's championship leader. Gets it horribly wrong. The exit of turn 1. Is he going to spin it? He's too wide. Spins it up. Hits the barrier. He's got damage now as well. Oh, he's disaster for Pete. That's because he's not in an Aston Martin. He's not used to this. He's already back to 9th. Evil Cat's coming around the track. And he's gone back to last place. And he's still got damage. Oh, disaster for Pete. In the meantime, they've got 3 squabbling Subarus here. Out in front as a group now. Tim's got past Grim. So someone's fallen off. I think it was Quinn. Someone's fallen off. Quinn and Stewie Mac here, side by side. Tricky little section of the circuit. You want to put the power down, but if you do, you're going to go on the grass. Can Quinn outbrake the Audi? No, he's backed off. He's backed off. Let the Audi go out in front. So let's go. Racing Supersoft's Tim. His Subaru's got agricultural as well. Is he going to hold it? Yes, he is. Manages to keep that car on the track. In the meantime, Crazy's under all sorts of pressure here from Mark. Mark cuts up the inside. Not worth overtaking there, Mark. Not going to gain it anyway. He might be able to get underneath Crazy here. No, Crazy cuts his nose off. He's just losing ground now. If you just kept behind him and then followed him through this section, you would have been able to get him at turn 1. But it's not a nice drive here. Crazy was very wide there. He's poor run. Let's go on board and Mark. Coming up underneath the gantry at the start-finish straight. Is he going to outbrake the fellow Subaru driver? Yes, he is. Is he going to hold it? Yes, he is. Is Crazy going to undercut him? Yes, he is. Great driving there from Crazy and Mark. And they've pulled away from Tim as well. Oh no, Crazy, Mark's come around the outside. Oh, they're desperately close here. Oh, this is a great battle here, side by side. Crazy cuts the nose off Mark as well. Subaru for the win. Subaru for all of the podiums at the moment. Crazy's drifted wide, but Mark's cut underneath. Crazy's got out in front. So let's just check on the rest of the field while those three are squabbling. Grim in his Honda is back here in 4th place. Stewie Max got up to 5th in his Audi. DJ 6. Quinn is 7th. Tired Flea's recovered from being knocked off from Evil Cat to 8th. Peter Mister's got recovered as well from his own mistakes back to 9th. And Evil Cat's off again in the kitty litter. The toilet's over there, mate, the kitty litter. So, wow, this is setting himself up to a great run. We are 5 minutes in and these two boys still at it. Screeching of tyres, and now as you can see, Tim has joined the Subaru party. Subarus do sound lovely, I have to say. I bet it'd be great to drive a Subaru through a tunnel. That'd be that sort of noise, wouldn't it? On board now with Tim, looking at Mark up ahead. Tim's just done his fastest lap time of 52.9. Mark's looking up the inside here, Crazy into turn 1. Is he going to do the same again? Crazy backs right out. Mark's left it far too late. Oh, Mark's binned it big time. That was really, really late. Oh, and he's still binning it big time. This is the longest crash in the series. He's now going to lose 5th place to Tired Fleece, back up to 6. He's going to get past DJ. DJ's got past him. Here comes Quinn. Can Quinn get past Mark? No, not quite there. That crash was so good, we're going to watch it again. So, Mark looks like he just basically fails to brake. The braking point is that orange marker there. He's missed it. He's missed it completely. He's got it there. He missed it big time. So, that's just left Tim with Crazy now. Subaru 1-2. Is Tim going to go up the inside of Crazy? Yes, he is. What a great move that was. Wow, this is great racing. On board with Crazy now, looking at the back end of Tim, who's in the lead. Subaru 1-2. Crazy's got the drive up the inside here. Can he get alongside the other Subaru driver? Yes, he can. Is he going to go around the outside? Oh, he was nearly off. Tim's gone deep. Crazy's trying to undercut him here. These two boys squabbling. I just saw a flash of Grim in the background as well. So these two boys squabbling is just allowing the rest of the field to catch up a little bit. Nice tidy line there by Crazy coming down that blind apex. Yep, Grim's definitely catching up. There we go. Crazy's second. There's Grim, 3rd place. Stewie Max in 4th. Tired Flea's now up to 5th, even though he was put off lap 1. DJ 6th. Mark's back in 7th. Quinn's still in 8th. Pete's and Mister's in 9th, and Evil Cat's coming around in last place at the moment. Let's have a look at the live timings, see who's doing the best sort of lap times. The best lap time at the moment is, of course, Peter Mister. He's done a 52.8. So while we have a quick break, I'm just going to have a bit of water. Actually, it was a proper glug. The car's streaming down the start-finish straight. You can see in the map at the top right. Apart from Evil Cat, they're all still within sight of each other. So this could be anyone's race still. And if someone gets it wrong at turn 1, which is very easy to do, there's a big old sand pit there, which takes forever to get out, as we've seen with both. Who was it who went out there? Oh, it was Mark and Peter Mister. DJ, I'm not sure what the Porsche is around this circuit, what kind of characteristics it has. We don't normally go on board with the Porsche, so here we are on board with the Porsche now. He's got a Subaru right up his chuff. Looking back at Mark. You see Quinn's dropped off now from Mark and has been caught by Peter Mister in the background. So nice view here, looking at backwards cam. Oh, Mark's got a very tight line there. Not quite managed to get the power down yet. I thought he got a bit tight then. He's got half a second penalty for going too tight. It's just dropped him off to the pace for the back of that Porsche in front. So here we go. At the moment, considering Tired Flea was put back into last place by Evil Cat, he's done very well to get back up to 5th. Strumac's having a great race though. Let's see what his tyres are like. Not too bad. He's on racing softs. Strumac, I don't remember the last time Strumac was fighting for a podium position. The Audi driver's certainly within contention at the moment if you can keep it steady. I think the tale of this race is just keep it on the black stuff, have decent sort of lap times, and you might be in with some good points here. What's going on with Grim? Something happened there with Grim. Grim came right off the power then. That was very strange. Just go back and look at that again. Comes off the power very, very early and goes back on again. I wonder what that was all about. Gets a horrible apex, drifts wide. He's gone off. What was that all about? What's happened to Grim? It keeps flicking because I'm trying to find Grim. What happened to Grim? It's as though something's happened to the driver himself. Just seems to have what's going on? Smashes into the barrier head on first. I hope the driver's okay. There's a field flood past him. He's just dropped all the way back to last place. So someone else has dropped out. Evil Cat's dropped out as well. Grim's just there on his own. So strange happenings here. So at the moment Tim is now back out in front and starting to extend his lead over Crazy. Crazy had a great race last race. He's now fighting for a first and second here in the second race. He's having a great evening, is Pavel. There he is, there's Pavel. And Stewie Mac now is up to 3rd. The Heady Heights are 3rd. I don't remember the last time Stewie Mac, or if he has been this high up in the series. So can he hold it together? There's the boys behind him, Tired Flea, Mark, and the rest of the field are catching up quick behind. Go to the lap times in a minute. I can see Grim is still parked up at the same spot he finished. I hope he's okay there. There's Tired Flea in 4th. Mark's back up to 5th. Peter Mister's got past DJ's now in 6th, making his way through the field. There's DJ and there's Quinn. So there's only 8 runners left at the moment. There's Grim coming down the start-finish straight. So line astern at the moment. We're trying to see where Grim's got to. Grim's left. Oh! Tim went very wide there. Has Grim got back on the circuit? Is now just going around slowly on automatic? I think he is. I think the boys are going to come up to him in a couple of corners time. Yeah, there's Grim going around the track a bit further round. Oh, Grim seems to be racing again. Don't know what's going on there. I guess we'll find out in the comments section afterwards. Right then, in the meantime, we are now 12 minutes into the race. Boys were starting to think about pit stops. Tim, who suffered big time with tyre wear in the last race, is starting to lose his advantage. And because of his tyre wear over Crazy. Crazy's now caught right back up to the back end of Tim. Coming down the hill, so 12.5 minutes, maybe a bit too early for a pit stop. I'm sure the boys are starting to think about it. Crazy gets very wide there at that apex, very wide at that apex as well. How far behind is Stewie Mac? Stewie Mac's tyres on his front left are pretty poor as well. Tired Flea, to be honest, has got the best tyre wear of the lead group, but he's got Mark harassing him as well, so it's all starting to bunch together just at the crucial points. I think they're all going to start diving into the pits at the same sort of times. I think the drivers, 4, 5, 6 here. These are the 3 I think are going to be pushing for a win possibly. I think Tim and Crazy are just stumbling over each other at the moment. So let's look at the lap time. So at the moment here we got Tim, who can do 52s, has not been doing that at all the last few laps. He's been doing 54s, 55s. Crazy is the same, 54, 55s. Here we go, Pete and Mr. Someone. Oh, he's got damage. What's happened here? Oh, I've got a feeling I know what's going to happen. The worst pit entry in the entire game. There we go, that's what happens. Let's have a look at that from a cockpit view. This is how to wreck your car. I'm not sure if Pete knew that was there or if he's ever practiced this, but this is how you do not make a pit entry into Autopolis. Bash! He's got horrendous damage now, front and right. Stops the car quick enough, that's for sure. Does it take time to repair the damage as well? Yeah, it's repaired the damage as well. So Pete's changed his tyres a tad earlier than most people probably would have done. Not sure if Grim is actually still driving that car or not. No, I don't think he is. So, let's try and remember where Pete was. He was about 6, wasn't he? So see where when the pit stop has come and gone, Pete was in 6th place. So see where he ends up after these pit stops. The reason I say that is because I'm pretty sure, even though Pete hit the pit wall, these boys are losing time as well by going so slow. He's now doing. Tim's doing 55s. Crazy's doing 55s. Sturmac's doing 56s. I think Pete's going to be coming out fairly close to where Tired Flea is. He's doing 54s. Mark's doing 54s, 53s, and Quinn is off. Oh dear, what's happened to Quinn? He's doing 55s, 56. So I've got a feeling when the pits have all come and gone, you might find Pete's gone way up the grid order, off the race order. Sorry, Quinn just gets it horribly wrong coming out that exit. It's a horrible off-camber part of the circuit, and you can see here we go. Pete's already back up to 7th. So Grim is in the pits. Is he? He is changing his tyres. He is still racing, I think. Strange one. So here we go. Race leader, is he coming into the pits? Yes, he is. Here he comes. Tim into the pits. Is he going to bin it? No, he gets it right. Tim's into the pits. So far, he's the only one into the pits as well. Not sure why they're pausing there. Tyres off, tyres on. Crazy's gone into the lead then. Only one person came in the pits. I thought there'd be more. Tim's going to come out now. Someone else is just going into the pits. Who's going into the pits back here? It's not letting me see them. DJ's into the pits. Oh no, Quinn! He's got it horribly wrong again. Quinn's having an eventful race, isn't he? Oh, there's a bit of bundling there. And someone's got a penalty for. How does he get a penalty for that? It's very strange. So here we go. Pete misses going up the inside. Ooh. For some reason it's given. Don't understand that at all. That was a bit of bumping and barging, but what I do know is I think Quinn's going to get it wrong and smashes the barrier just the same as what Pete did. Here comes Quinn. We know that Jag was built tough after Sardegna. And the amount of barriers that car hit. So Quinn's back to 7th, so back here Grim obviously is racing still. So in the meantime Crazy is out in front. He's doing 55s, still not really pulling away too much. He's going to have to make a pit stop. Sturmac's certainly going to have to make a pit stop. He's suffering big time. He's got Tim, he's going agricultural. Tim has made a pit stop, he's got back into 3rd. He's now been held up a little bit by Sturmac, which is just going to help Crazy's cause just a little bit further up the road. On board with the Subaru driver, looking at the back end of the Audi, keeping an eye on Crazy. I'm pretty sure Crazy and Sturmac will be pitting. Oh, Crazy! What's happened to Crazy? Oh, disaster for Crazy! This is a disaster. He's going to lose all his time here, and he's also going to be going into the pit sometime soon. He just gets it horribly wrong, goes into the sandpit, loses a lot. He's going to lose a lot of time now. Oh, disaster. So Stewie Mac and the other boys are going to come round. Catch up with Crazy. Tim's right up the tailpipes here as Stewie Mac. Coming round now the tricky, tight, twisty section at the back of the circuit. Tim, you might as well just wait. Stewie Mac, I'm sure you must realise he's got past him already. These so Crazy, I'm sure, is going to come into the pits. But unfortunately, yes, I thought that might happen. Crazy was trying to come into the pits, but he's been blocked off by Tim, who's gone straight past. So Crazy, who was, and Stewie Mac's into the pits. Crazy, who was right behind Tim, has now lost a lot of time. Typhy's into the pits as well. There's Typhy, there he is. Typhy getting his pit stop done. So after all that, as suspected, Tim is now out in first place. Mark still hasn't pitted, is in second place, but look at this. The guy who was 6 has just kept it going nice and clean. I told you he'd be gaining places from all the others losing time out. He pitted a bit early, I thought, but it's worked out for him, because Mark, unless Mark is no stopping, which I don't think he will be, we've still got 12 minutes to go. Pretty sure Mark should probably come in at this lap. It's just going to allow Peter Mister go from 6 to second just through the pit stop strategy. Good driving there from Pete. So now, but Tim is the only one who's kept it clean so far, out in front. Go to the live timings here, just see who's doing the fastest lap. Yep, Pete Mister's doing the fastest lap. Let's just go to the track map. There we go. Pete is now coming round to do the final loop. Tim is coming around to do the final. Someone's just changed position back here. Someone's just changed position back here. Didn't see who it was. Okay, anyway, so there goes Tim down the start finish straight. Is this the time Mark? Oh, it's Peter Mister. It was Pete. He's gone. I thought I saw something go wrong. What's happened to Pete? So Pete's done ever so well to get up to third. He's now going to lose all that advantage. What does he get wrong? Drifting it too wide. And he spins it up, smashes the car. He's got damage. Oh, he's facing the wrong way. Oh no, don't reverse into the cars. Oh, that could have been hideous. So all that advantage he's just gained has just been lost. So Crazy's pitted, is back in front of him. Stewie Mac's pitted, is back in front of him. Mark hasn't pitted. Is Mark coming into the pits this lap? Still doing fairly decent lap times, it has to be said, but I think he's not going to last to the end of the race. Is he coming in? No, he's not. He's staying out. I think Mark is going to go for a no-stopper. So how much of a lead has Mark got over Stewie Mac? Mark has got a 10-second... Oh, what's going... Something's going on back here. Stewie Mac... Oh no, it's just clicking through the times. So let's just go back to these live timings again. So how Mark has got an 8-second gap between him and Stewie Mac. So I've got a feeling Mark is thinking, if I can just keep this car out for the next 10 minutes, I could even lose... Well, you can't lose a second a lap, to be honest, because 10 minutes... Oh no, you could do second a lap, because you're not going to do that many laps, are you? You can lose a little bit of time to the guy behind, Stewie Mac. He's got 8 seconds in the bag. We have to keep an eye on this. Stewie Mac's on a fresh set of rubber, and he's been caught by Crazy, and these boys who were behind Pete, now Pete's probably on a charge, just keeps making mistakes at just the wrong points. Does Pete back here in 5th. DJ's still not too far away from Pete. Tired Flea was further up the field. I'm surprised he's dropped back this far. Yeah, he's charging now. He's done a 2:11. What happened there? I've missed that. Something must have happened to Tired Flea, because he's done... On lap 9 he did a 2:11, and on lap 8 he did a 2:05. So he's had some sort of issues to drop him all the way back to 7th. Quinn's back here in 8th, and Grim is still racing, but he's hit back here in 9th. Right, so at the moment, Tim, how much of a lead has Tim got? That's 6-second lead there over Mark in 2nd place. Race leader here, the new boy. This could be his maiden victory if he can keep it on for the next 8.5 minutes. Maiden victory in this season for him. Oh, this purple sector time he left the braking far too late. Oh, that was risky. Far too deep there. There's Tim. Just last little hairpin. You hear the tyres screeching in protest. Coming around again. Hear the tyres screeching at that. Just burning rubber off there, surely. In the meantime, here's Mark. He's not pitted. His fronts are down to half. And Stewie Mac's not too far behind on fresh set of rubber. Craze is not catching Stewie Mac at the moment. But as you can guess, they can all fall off. They're all sort of just out of each other's reach at the moment. So from 1, 2 to 5. So it just needs one of these boys to make a slip up. Tired Flea's a bit too far off at the moment, but Tired Flea's got past DJ at least now. And Quinn's off the pace as well. So let's go. Who's that? Who's close together? Oh, it's just DJ and Tired Flea. Let's go back up through the field. Really, the main thing is how long can Mark? How big is the gap going to be between Mark and Stewie Mac when it comes down to the last lap? He's either got if he pits now, it's too late. Is he going to stay out there? He's staying out there. Oh, this is brave driving. There's the guy in 3rd place. There's Stewie Mac on a twisty circuit, racing Supersofts down to half, trying to hold on to a 2nd place. This is going to be a monumental effort by Mark if he can make this one work and not fall off. So it's one of those tracks, if you do fall off, you're going to be kitted. I saw some yellow flags. Who is off? Yellow flags means someone's off. Who's that over there? That is... I think it's Grim. Oh, it's Grim. Oh, that's who it was. That's what the yellow flags was all about. Right, so with the 6 minutes to go. To be fair to Mark, he's still putting in consistent lap times. He's doing 54, 55s. Despite his front tyres being as they are, he's not really dropped off the pace just yet. But knowing what those tyres are like, especially being a Subaru driver, when they will go off a cliff. Stewie Mac just has to keep going. You can see he's probably catching him ever so slightly. Stewie Mac's just done his fastest lap as a 52.9 as well. Crazy's certainly lost touch with this, and he now needs to worry about the hard charging Peter Mister coming behind. Typhy's too far behind. Quinn's lost touch. So DJ's lost touch. Quinn's lost touch of them as well. Grim's just now cruising around. So we have got 5 minutes to go, which would be another 3 laps, I guess. So look at the gaps now. So the gap between Mark and Stewie Mac is down to 5 seconds. This gap's gone down from 8 down to 5. And we're gonna have 25 minutes and about 2-minute laps. Probably 3 more laps. Oh, this is going to be tight. This is going to be very tight. I'm not sure Mark's got enough in those tyres to keep him ahead of that Audi, just creeping up slowly. Well, he's not creeping up slowly, so at least 1.5 seconds a lap at the moment. And Stewie Mac's just put his fastest sector time in as well. His lap before was a 54, but one before that was a 52. He's visibly catching that Subaru. I don't think Smart's going to have enough left in the tank in those tyres to keep him out in front of Stumac for much longer. Crazy's not making an impression, but Pete certainly isn't crazy. He's caught right up now to the tail end of that Subaru. As long as Pete doesn't bin it, he eases off the power then. Loses a bit of position then now to Crazy. I'm wondering if Crazy could pick up Mark's points as well, or they want it on Pete, because there's an ailing Subaru just a few seconds up the road. Someone's gone wide. Someone's gone wide. Someone's off again. Is this? Oh, it's just Grim again. Oh, it keeps throwing me. That does. Keep seeing yellow. I keep seeing someone off the track. So here we go. 3 minutes to go. It's going to be 2 more laps. I can't see that Mark is going to. It's got to be. He's still doing 55. He's still doing fairly decent lap times. What's his lap time here going to be? 54, 55, 56. No, he's 2 and a bit seconds now. Down to what he should be. Oh, this is Stumac is getting close. He's nearly within the slipstream of the Subaru. He might be in the slipstream of the Subaru at this straight. It certainly looks like he might be just about close enough. Yep, he is. But in the meantime, here we've got these two. Let's go back and see how this happened coming out the last turn. Pete and the GTR coming screaming down the start-finish straight. I guess I'm on board with Pete. He's going to look up the inside of Crazy. They're going to try and outbrake each other into turn 1. Puts the big GTR on the apex. Crazy can't do anything about it. Got a nice steady run now coming out of that apex. Crazy desperately wants to keep in touch. I can still see Pete picking up second place, you know. Oh no, Crazy's got it wrong and he's spun it. He's managed to hold it. Oh, that could have lost him a lot of points because Tyres Flea's not far behind these two. Pete still could pick up second place. We've got 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes to go. So it's going to be this lap, finish the rest of this lap and 1 more lap. Oh, Stewie Mac. See, if he gets it wrong as he tries to overtake Mark, it just allows Pete. There's Pete. He turns around this corner. He's going to see. There's cones in the middle of the road as well. He's going to see second place just up the road. Let's go to the live timing. So, as you can see, the distance between Mark and Stumac's now 1.1, and then it's only another 4.5 seconds to Pete here in 4th place. In the meantime, Tim has been cruising this race out on his own. His front tyres are chewed as well, but he's now basically just got to keep it on the track for 1 more lap. Let's see what his distance is. He's 11 seconds ahead of Mark, so he can relax as much as he can. But here we go. This is what we thought was going to happen coming into the last lap. 1 minute to go, so the race is going to finish on this lap. Stumac has just about got in touch with Mark. It's been a slow process, but he's now there. Peter is not far off. Stumac's catching that Subaru. Now he's right up to the tailpipes of Subaru. Can Mark hold on for 1 more lap? He's got a slight half a second lead. If he can put the tail end of that Subaru in the way, he could still hold on for an absolutely magnificent no-stopping second place. It's a tyre wear on the Audi. The Audi's not great either, though, to be honest. The Audi on the front left is down quite a lot, so he's chewed up the tyres to catch up to the back of the tail end of Mark. But look at Mark's tyre wear. I don't think I've seen anyone have worse tyre wear at this point of the race. He's gone wide. Is this the moment the Audi's going to come up the inside? No, it's not. Mark's still fighting, and there's Pete in the background waiting to pick up any pieces should these two stumble and fall over each other in the last few stages of this race. On board with Stumac. Let's look in the rearview mirror. There's Pete. He's closing. Still just, there might not be enough time for Pete to do anything about it. We're in for a grandstand finish with these two boys. But in the meantime, I'm just going to quickly go up the road because this is Tim's first win of the season. Coming around the corner for the last time. He's had a magnificent race. Coming around the hairpin for the last time. Coming down the start-finish straight. For a fantastic win for Tim. Takes the checkered flag. Here we go. This is what we wanted to see. Let's have a look from Pete's point of view. He's caught up right at the very end. I told you he'd get there in the end, but it might be too little too late. Mark has held on valiantly to keep that Subaru in front of that Audi. Is Pete actually going to get the Audi of Stewie Mac at the last corner? No, he's drifted too wide, and it looks like Mark is going to hang on for a fantastic second place. Mark is going to be taking second, Stewie Mac third, Pete Mr. fourth. What a fantastic drive from Mark. Crazy's in fifth. Tired Flea is coming around in sixth place. DJ's in seventh. Coming around now. They've got a fantastic drive there, but well played, Mark. Going to rewind it just before we get to the end with Quinn and just see how low your tyre wear was. So here we go, DJ 7th and Quinn in 8th. Let's go back to see Mark's, just how bad Mark's tyre wear was. On board with Mark. Look at that, look at those fronts. Suffering big time, but manages to keep that Subaru out in front. Wow. He's turning the wheel and it's not turning in, but now he's got the power on. Wow, that's fantastic driving, Mark. Well done, sir. So going back to where Quinn was going to come across the line, just skip it forward a little bit. Here we go. So and then's Quinn in 8th place, and Grim will finish in 9th. So there you have it. Race 10 in the bag. Now just on to race 11 and 12 that happened the other night. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Take it easy. Bye.